Stephen, congratulations on a great win, man. I know that you've had a chance to maybe see the doctor a little bit. Did you have any idea of what the injury is to your leg?
Other than the cut over my eyes, I think I might have torn a tendon or a muscle in my right thigh. If you saw me, I think it was the 4th round, I was bending my leg. I thought it was my kneecap bulging out, but it was muscle that is balled up at the bottom of my thigh. But staying positive, hopefully it's not too bad, and feeling good right now.
Well, you're a positive guy, man. I mean, what can you tell us about being in that 5th round with that injury? And then you got Jeff Neal, who, even though you beat him for 4 rounds, he was coming maybe the hardest of the fight in that 5th round.
My goodness, yes. And the last 2 guys that I fought, even though they're ranked, considerably farther back than me, those guys were the toughest dudes that I faced, man. Vicente Luque, Jeff Neal, awesome boxing skills, but I felt great in that 5th round. Ignored the leg. I wasn't able to push off, so I had to be smart with it. I knew he was going to close the gap, so all I had to do was just plant my feet and throw.
I mean, you've been in the UFC for a long time now. You fought for a championship twice. But do you feel like you proved anything tonight?
I think so. My fights with Vicente Luque, ended up beating him. We ended up winning fight of the night. Same thing with Jeff Neal. Still pushing forward, still pushing forward. Once somebody in the top 5, 2021 is going to be my year. I'm going to have that belt 2021. So, the only fight that I actually felt that I lost was the Anthony Pettis. And even though I was beating him, he knocked me out, right? But, the Tyron Woodleys, the Darren Tills, I felt like I won those fights. And, still one of the best in the division. I think I showed that these past 2 fights and want to keep moving forward. And hopefully the UFC will give me somebody in the top 5 next.
Yep, and last one, we'll get you out of here. Jorge Masvidal, you said that's a fight that interests you. What about that fight interests you again?
The thing was, you have a lot of respect for guys that you fight, and you learn a lot about people, right? And only fighters really know what that's about. And George Masvidal is one of the best that I've ever stepped out in the octagon with. I know he has showed interest in fighting me, and if he had won the title against Usman, I know he wants that loss back. And what better guy to do it against than him? The BMF versus the NMF would be awesome. So, and he inspires me. The guy that I beat 2 years ago is one of the most popular guys in the UFC right now, ranked higher than me. So that inspires me to keep pushing forward and keep doing my thing.
But they're the fights we know about. Just to tease a few others, I'd be remiss not to ask about John Jones, who relinquished his light heavyweight title, wants to fight at heavyweight. Any conversations with John? It doesn't seem like he's in a rush to get back, but what's that likely to be?
I'm trying to think of how long John Jones has been in the UFC now. It's 10 plus years. John Jones and I had the best conversation we've ever had about a week ago. And he's ready. He's ready to come back. His head's in the right place, and he and I are in a really good place.
That's really good to hear. And would it be for the title against Miocic? I know Ngannou would probably have something to say about that.
No. He doesn't get to jump over Francis and fight for a title. I don't know what we're going to do yet or how it's going to play out, but we're working on it.
He said recently how the guys at 205 just weren't scaring him and exciting him, and he felt it showed in his performances. So do you think we're going to see a renewed, revived, energized John Jones in the heavyweight division?
I do. I think that he's excited for this challenge, and he's excited to cement his legacy as the greatest to ever do it.
Well, talking of moving up, our middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya, is also looking to fight up and at light heavyweight. He still wants the John Jones fight, but Jan Blachowicz, does he get to go straight in and get a title shot against Jan?
Yeah, I think
ahead of Glover?
They both like that idea. I love it. Be fun.
Yeah, ahead of Glover to Teixeira?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Izzy and John down the line. As a fan, is that a fight?
That's the fight I would love to see. That's the fight that I would love to see. Somebody asked me yesterday, if you can make one fight in 2021, what is it? That's the fight that I picked.
I don't give a